The countdown is on. The stakes are higher and the battle of words is about to explode.
6 contestants, 3 debates, 1 goal. Out-talk and outclass their opponents to secure a spot in the quarterfinals.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 11 of the biggest, boldest, and most brilliant intellectual showdown on radio, the I Beg to Differ debate tournament, proudly brought to you by Nigeria Info.
Well, we're broadcasting live on Nigeria Info FM 99.3 and streaming on the world, streaming to the world, I beg your pardon, on Facebook and on YouTube. And of course, you can listen to us on our sister station, Kids FM. This is where young minds become legends.
I'm Femi Obong-Daniels, right beside me is the incredible Maryann Okon. How are you?
Thank you so much, Femi. Today you didn't get the memo?
No. I got the brown memo. Like
It's okay.
brown,
I love it too.
Brown envelope.
I love it.
It happens. Brown and black works every time.
Perfect.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
Well-
3 intense debates today.
Yes.
6 brilliant debaters. Only 3 will support greatness.
Well, who has fire? Will be the best.
Line up, line up, and count them down. Contestants, get ready. Listeners, stay tuned. Let's start with meeting our judges. Chief Judge Dr. Chike Ngbadiche, Head of Department, Mass Communication and Strategic Communication Programs, School of Media and Communication, Pan Atlantic University. Welcome, sir. Ufoma Egbamuno, News Manager, Nigeria Info, Kids FM, Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Lagos. I bid you welcome too, sir. Yvonne Ohaifo, broadcast journalist and newscaster par excellence, presenter, Nigeria Info and Kids FM, diction trainer and coach and judge, and also debate judge today. Welcome, Madam. Special thanks to all our longtime partners and sponsors, Obi-Weezy, for their unwavering commitment to the I Beg to Differ debate competition over the years. They are Nigeria's home of brand new and pre-owned gadgets, offering customers a platform where they can purchase top quality brand new and used gadgets at the most affordable prices available and with warranty to boot. They also assist their customers by offering repairs, advisory, and after-sales services in order to meet all their major gadgetry needs. Follow Obi-Weezy on Instagram at Obi-Weezy Backup Page. Obi-Weezy spelled Obiwizy at Obi-Weezy Backup Page. Maryann.
Well, we also would like to appreciate our prize money sponsors, Tollywood College. Now, they provide positive catalytic impulses to every child to stretch his or her inherent learning competencies through a self-discovery process. Now, above all, at Tollywood, they emphasize on learning and not just on teaching. Tollywood College believes that education is a complete process that leads to the attainment of the full potential of the child. Now, don't forget that they equip their students with life skills to face the real world, be it in planning, analyzing, learning, team building, communicating effectively, or dealing with challenges confidently. Follow Tollywood College on Instagram at Tollywood_college.
Brilliant. Remember, the I Beg to Differ National Championships, a tournament of champions, is slated for July, August later this year. Some of the most brilliant minds you're hearing here today, and those that you may have caught in the Port Harcourt regional finals going on as we speak, running concurrently, and the Abuja regional finals. They'll converge on Lagos during the months of July and August for the national finals. And you can be a part of that. You know what to do. If you want to be a partner, sponsor, send us an email. It's info@nigeriainfo.fm. info@nigeriainfo.fm. Okay? First prize for this debate, this regional debate, this 1 million naira, courtesy of Tollywood. And that first prize finisher will also go home with Green Lion G20 Ultra tablet, solid device, and a Green Lion Echo ANC wireless headphone. Second prize winner will take home 500,000 naira, Green Lion Echo ANC wireless headphone, and a Green Lion Palmer 2 RGB portable speaker. Third prize finisher will cart home 250k, courtesy of Tollywood, and courtesy of Obi Weezy, Green Lion Stockholm smart glasses, and Green Lion Panama wireless earbuds. That to look forward to. It is now time to meet our contestants.
Yes.
This first debate, time is nobody's friend, but this is a big, big debate to savor. So let's meet the contestant. I'll start by introducing this 15-year-old student. She is in SS2 at Pacific Comprehensive College. SS2, that would also be year 11. Lagos, please welcome again for her round of 16 battle, Shoyinka Ayomikun of Pacific Comprehensive College. Ayomikun, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Good to see you again. Good to see you again. You were victorious the last time out. Wishing you all the best today.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Brilliant. Her opponent is a year younger. She's 14. She's also in SS2 or year 11 at Tollywood College, Lagos. You've met her before. Meet her again. Her name is Oyindamola Akinsulie. Is that correct? Clap for her now. What is wrong with this Lagosian? Is it my pronunciation? Oyindamola, welcome.
Thank you.
How close was I to being correct?
Very close.
Very close. Yes. How would you say it?
Akinsulie.
Yeah. Well, you say whatever. Don't worry, I've had a chat with Daddy. You're American, you wouldn't know better. It's Akinsulie. Okay. Akinsulie. Something like that. Oh, should have.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Akinsulie.
I'm not part of this conversation.
You wouldn't know. Are you ready to go, though?
Yes.
Brilliant. Now, we don't need to take you through the motions. You know what is expected of you. Is that correct? And we know who is opposing and who is supporting.
Yes.
Who is supporting? You are supporting. Shoyinka Ayomikun is supporting the motion of Pacific Comprehensive College, and Oyindamola is opposing the motion. That motion is this: students should be allowed to use smartphones in school. Students should be allowed to use smartphones in school. Ayomikun will say, yes, they should be allowed. Oyindamola will say, nope, I beg to differ. Lagos, are you ready for this debate? Let's go right now.
All right. Well, you both have 4 minutes, so we'll start with the motion supporter. All right, you have 4 minutes, and your 4 minutes starts now.
Before I delve into this debate, it is important to understand the topic. The topic is not students should be allowed to use smartphones in classrooms during lessons. Neither is it students should be allowed to access social media platforms in school. If the topic still makes students should be allowed to use smartphones in school, I ask a big question: why not? On this note, I'd like to give honor to whom honor is due. Good evening, moderators, impartial panel of judges, great timekeeper, co-debater, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shoyinka Ayomikun, a student of Pacific Comparative College, Shasha Akunwanjo, Lagos. I am here to support the motion students should be allowed to use smartphones in school. First, the biggest contribution smartphones have add to education is personalized learning. Personalized learning enables students to learn learning to meet their unique need, ability, and learning style, and this can be done during break time. Smart students can achieve a lot academically with the use of their smartphones during 25 to 30 minutes of their break time. This can be used to complement the instructions given in class. May I also state that the issue of using smartphones in school should not be viewed from the standpoint of average students only. Smart students should be taken into account too. We should have a balanced view about this. Second, as a follow-up to this point, it must be noted in recent times that the spate of outstanding results in Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, commonly referred to as JAM, can be attributed to the individualized learning which smartphones have provided. Students are not making 330 and above through the one-size traditional teaching approach of our educational system. Rather, these students have been studying outside the box using their smartphones. Third, in our contemporary world, there's a need to adapt policies to allow for more flexible use of smartphones for educational purposes. The trend nowadays is to keep an open-minded approach to the use of smartphones as an added educational tool rather than a closed-minded one. Proponents of this view look beyond the negatives advanced by naysayers against the use of smartphones in schools or classrooms. In 2024, there was a huge outcry against the pronouncement by the Minister of Education that only students of 18 years and above can take the UTME. The question was, what about students below 18 who are academically gifted? Should they all wait until they're 18 before they take the exam? The debate persisted, but at last the voice of reason prevailed. Concession was given to students to take the exam as long as they are 16 on the year of the exam. It is this kind of flexibility that I argue for when I support the topic, and I insist without fear of contradiction that students can put their smartphones into objective use during free time or breaks during school. In the state of Florida, USA, in 2023, a law was passed that teachers will permit the use of cell phones in class for educational purposes, so long as it designates an area for its study. In Lagos, Nigeria, some schools allow students who wish to bring their smartphones to school to do so, as long as they adhere to strict instructions or regulations regarding its use within the school's environment. Fourth, bringing smartphones to school can support students with special needs. Smartphones aid or assist students with disabilities through assistive technologies. For example, speech-to-text apps can help students with dyslexia to take notes. Also, screen readers assist visually impaired students with learning, and hearing aid-compatible apps can help students who have hearing impairments. In today's world, where we talk about an inclusive education, where no student is left out irrespective of their socio-economic background and innate ability, the smartphones can be used as an indispensable tool to promote an inclusive education. According to the World Health Organization, over 15% of the global population live with some form of disability, and the smartphones play a crucial role in ensuring that education is inclusive. Also, allowing use of smartphones can encourage innovation and real-world problem-solving skills. Countries like Finland and South Korea, which rank highly in global education indices, integrate the use of smartphones for educational purposes to enhance learning outcomes. Schools in the US that have implemented Bring Your Own Device reports increased students' engagement and improved academic performance. For example, a pilot program saw a 15% increase in test scores of students after implementation of smartphones in schools. Also, bringing smartphones to school facilitates real-time assessments and feedbacks. Teachers can use apps like Quizlet to conduct real-time quizzes, providing immediate feedback to students. This helps to identify areas where students need additional support. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Brilliant opening from 15-year-old Shoyinka Ayomikun, SS2 student of Pacific Comprehensive College. Presentation round done and dusted for her. Her opponent, Akinsulie Oyindamola of Tollywood College, will now have her go.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Your 4 minutes starts now.
It is no longer news that China is the world's largest producer of smartphones. For the record, China produces over 70% of the world's smartphones. Ironically, according to recent reports, most Chinese schools do not allow students to use phones due to a policy implemented by the Ministry of Education, which aims to minimize distractions and improve focus in classrooms. In 2021, the China Ministry of Education banned students from bringing phones to school unless they obtain parental consent and submitted a formal request. Even then, devices must be handed to teachers upon arrival in school and are strictly prohibited prohibited in classrooms. Little wonder the Chinese youths are leading in innovation, entrepreneurship, and driving technological advancements. August 30th, 2024. Business Day has in one of its headlines. UK joins Nigeria, others with ban on smartphones in schools. This effort was geared towards minimizing disruptions and improving behavior in classrooms. February 29th, 2024. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, 77% of the U.S. schools say they prohibit cell phones at their schools for non-academic use. Good evening, respected judges, my opposing debater, and my beautiful and ever-attentive audience out there. My name is Akinsulie Oyindamola, a student of Tollywood College, currently in year 11. My major lines of arguments are as follows. Distraction from learning. A 2019 study published in the journal Computers and Human Behavior found that 62% of students reported they were distracted by their smartphones while studying. Smartphones can provide access to a multitude of games, social media platforms, notifications, temptations to text messages, and other forms of entertainment. This abundance of distractions can lead to cognitive overload, making it difficult for students to focus on lessons and stalls retention. Academic dishonesty. University Studies Research, published a journal of college student development, found that a staggering 66% of college students reported cheating in some form, with many attributing their ability to cheat to technology such as smartphones. Smartphones can easily enable cheating during tests or quizzes through accessing online answers, sharing answers via messaging, or even using camera functions to photograph exam questions. This encourages a culture of dishonesty. In cyberbullying and social issues, a survey from 2019 revealed that Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook are among the top platforms where cyberbullying occurs, with around 60% of students reporting that they have witnessed a peer being cyberbullying, leading to increased emotional distress, low self-esteem, anxiety, and depression for victims, as well as creating a toxic school environment. Interference with social interaction. Students may become reliant on digital communication, resulting in reduced opportunities for developing essential social skills and promoting real-life interactions. While connected digitally, students may feel isolated in physical spaces because they choose to engage with their devices over their peers. Moreover, safety and misuse concerns. The smartphones can access various forms of inappropriate content, which can negatively influence students' behavior and morals. The use of smartphones can lead to issues surrounding privacy, such as unauthorized sharing of personal information or photos. Furthermore, inequality and disparities. Not all students can afford smartphones and data plans, leading to feelings of exclusion or inferiority among those who cannot access similar technology. For some, smartphones can serve as distractions from already economically challenged homes, making it difficult for them to concentrate on academic tasks. In addition to the foregoing, development of healthy study habits. By restricting smartphone use, schools can encourage students to rely on traditional study aids and methods, fostering deeper learning and comprehension. Evidence suggests that multitasking is often ineffective. Restricting smartphone use helps students develop more focused study habits. Lastly, encouragement of responsible usage. By not allowing smartphones, students can learn to self-regulate their technology use if and when smartphones are introduced later, embodying responsible behavior. A pedagogical atmosphere focused on learning rather than gadgetry can provide students with a more positive and engaged school culture. As I close, here's my 2 cents to my fellow Nigerian youths. If China, the largest producer of smartphones worldwide, is putting a huge restrictive order on the use of smartphones in their schools, knowing fully the heavy damage it could cause to their youth developments and resultantly messing up the glory future their country so desired, Nigerian youths who are on the wrong side of history with abuse of smartphones should desist and refocus on proper learning rather than wasting away the potentials and consequently putting the future of this country in peril. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That was Oyindamola Akinsulie of Tollywood College. She's 14. She's an SS2 student of that school. Bringing the presentation rounds to a grand close.
Yes.
Now, just a quick reminder, debaters. Remember, in your rebuttal rounds, you're expected to rebut all the points your opponents make before adding new original points of your own, if you do have. Mm-hmm. If you leave some points your opponents made unrefuted, unrebutted, if you make additional points, they will not count. Okay? There is no punishment for you not rebutting all the points your opponent makes, except the fact that you probably not get the maximum points you're able to, and if you make additional points, it will not count. Is that clear? Good. I think all the contestants know that by now, for those who may still be wondering. We will go straight into the second round, which will be the rebuttal rounds, when we come back off this short break.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's pioneer e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets. They are Nigeria's home of gadgets with warranties, where you can purchase all your favorite devices and quality accessories, both brand new and pre-owned. You can also trade in your older devices for a newer model in a simple and convenient way. With offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Benin, Obiwizi delivers nationwide. On Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page, on X at Obiwizi, the email address info@obiwizi.com, or go to the website at www.obiwizi.com.
The Tournament of Champions. It's I Beg to Differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. Brilliant debate shaping up just before our very eyes between Akinsulie Oyindamola of Tollywood College and Shoyinka Ayomikun of Pacific Comprehensive College. You just heard both of them in their presentation rounds. We now go to the rebuttal rounds.
Yes. All right, we're going to switch. This time, Akinsulie, you're going to start, and then of course Ayomikun will continue. So you have 4 minutes in this round. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your time starts now.
All protocols duly noted, Akinsulie Oyindamola back, still opposing the motion. I listened very carefully to all my opponent's points, and I'm ready to refute them and prove why my stance is superior. But before starting, my opponent mentioned a lot of points, many of which were repeated. But for lack of time, I'll be using the merger method. On to business, my opponent mentioned studying outside the box, smartphones providing additional educational tools, and facilitating immediate feedback. As the saying goes, I'll simply kill two birds with one stone to debunk these false views. Research by educational psychologist Patricia A. Alexander showed that students check their phones on average every 10 to 15 minutes, leading to reduced focus on academic tasks and stalls retention. It will only be short-sighted to prioritize educational advantages while disregarding other essential factors when considering the prohibition of smartphone usage in schools. Have you considered that when students are made to rely on smartphones for learning, it could lead to reliance on devices for basic tasks, resulting in reduced opportunities for cognitive skills and problem-solving skills? Overdependence on technology can inhibit their capacity to engage in independent research, critical thinking analysis, and collaborative learning activities that do not involve screens. We call it a school because it has a well-defined and organized structure for teaching and learning. Skilled and well-trained teachers utilize inquiry-based learning, differentiated instruction, flipped classrooms, collaboration learning, experiential learning, gamification, blended learning, formative assessments, and student-centered inquiry to effectively drive teaching and learning into the classroom. So the absence of smartphones in schools is in no way detrimental to educational or learning benefits. My opponent mentioned encouraging innovation and real-world solving skills. How can you even think about this when we are still dealing with bridging the digital divide of today, where children of the rich will be flaunting the latest and sophisticated iPhones, but students who come from lower socioeconomic backgrounds will be left to struggle with low-quality phones or no phones at all. This disparity may create a new form of inequality, where children from the rich with sophisticated technology will be dominating class discussions and activities, creating unequal educational opportunities. My opponent mentioned personalized learning. I'll put it under social and emotional learning, and I do not agree in any way with my opponents on this. A study from the University of Michigan showed that students who heavily use smartphones report feeling more lonely and disconnected from their peers. Integrating smartphones into schools without structured guidelines can result in inconsistent applications of social emotional learning, or SEL principles. Without clear frameworks, the potential benefits of SEL may not be realized because these students may not engage with these devices in a constructive manner. Also, reliance on smartphones can hinder the genuine face-to-face interactions among students. My opponent mentioned support for students with special needs. I need my opponent to note that there are schools specifically designated for catering to the needs of special students. So the use of smartphones in those schools are completely eliminated and unnecessary. Also, I'd like my opponent to know that studies have shown that the presence of smartphones in schools can lead to increased incidents of cyberbullying and sexting among students. According to a 2018 study by the Cyberbullying Research Center, nearly 36% of students aged 12 to 17 have reported experiencing cyberbullying. Allowing smartphones in schools can lead to issues concerning theft, loss, and damage. This can create additional security burden for both students and staff. Also, smartphones can provide unfettered access to the internet, leading students to stumble upon inappropriate content or even engage in risky online behavior during school hours. Schools already have safety and communication procedures well planned into their daily itineraries through their first responders and welfare officers. Also, I need my opponent to know that it is even with the organizational tools in smartphones, it is worthy to note that those organizational tools still do not solve their significant drawback of the potential for distractions. Even beyond organizational tools, smartphones still provide access to games, social media platforms, and other forms of entertainment. This can make it harder for students to focus on their academic tasks. Also, schools already have their own organizational tools to executing their daily routines. So, my opponents, I want you to know that studies show that allowing smartphones in schools completely shatters and destroys the domains of education, the cognitive, the affective, and the psychomotor. Need I say that it will be totally ignorant of any school to still allow smartphones in schools because it destroys the domains of education that these schools are supposed to be developing? My opponents, I know deep inside your heart that you agree with me that smartphones should not be allowed in schools. And with that, I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Almost on time.
Yep. Okay. 14-year-old Akinsulie Oyindamola of Tollywood College. Our rebuttal round is done. We now switch to her opponent, Shoyinka Ayomikun of Pacific Comprehensive College.
You have 4 minutes. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Your 4 minutes starts now.
Our protocols duly observed. I remain Shoyinka Ayomikun here to counter my opponent's appalling point. First, my opponent mentioned that using smartphones can lead to distractions. While it's true that smartphone can be a distraction, it's also important to recognize that students are already familiar with using technology responsibly. In fact, most of these students use their smartphones to take notes, stay organized, and even access educational resources. Rather than disallow the use of smartphones in school, we can implement policies that promote responsible use. For instance, teachers can set policies or tech-free times when students are able to tech-free times during schools and establish phones during school breaks for students to be able to use their devices. In addition, disallowing the use of smartphones won't entirely eliminate distraction, as students still get distracted through chatty classmates, daydreaming, and non-tech related distractions. By implementing the use of policies to promote responsible use and encourage students on how to use smartphones responsibly, we can eliminate or minimize distractions and maximize the full potential or educational benefits of smartphones. Also, my opponent made mention that using smartphones in school can be a tool for cheating in exam, tests, or what have you. But I'd like to counter by saying it's not the device that's the problem, but the behavior of the students. Smartphones cheating is a symptom of a larger issue such as inadequate teaching, poor time management, and lack of engagement. Rather than disallowing the use of smartphones in school, schools can focus on making sure or ensuring that there are there's a conducive educational learning environment for students to promote academic integrity, creativity, and critical thinking. This may include using plagiarism detection tools or other technologies in order to monitor and prevent cheating, and also encouraging collaborative work within within their peers. Also, my president mentioned that using smartphones in school can lead to cyberbullying. May I remind you that I said that schools can implement policies to promote responsible use, and that the reason for allowing smartphones in school is for educational purposes, and cyberbullying can only happen if students go onto social media platforms. Like I said earlier, there are lots of schools that actually make students log out of their social media platforms before entering school, and also in Scotland we have a situation where teachers actually keep the phones of the students in our locker or something until it is needed. Also, my opponent made mention that there's the inaccessibility, that not all students are able to access smartphones or technology. Yes, not all students are able to access smartphones or technology outside of school, but disallowing the use of smartphones in school won't necessarily solve this issue. Schools can focus on making sure that all students have access to technology by providing devices or laptops or tech labs, or by also providing internet services on mobile hotspots. Moreover, disallowing the use of smartphones in schools won't necessarily bridge the digital divide, because, for example, students who can't access social media who can't access their smartphones at homes can actually use them in schools to access online resources, to do assignments, or to even communicate with teachers and peers. Also, smartphones support different learning styles. Not every student learns at the same pace. Therefore, using smartphones can support different learning styles. Displaying videos and simulations can cater to visual learners. Podcasts and recorded lectures can benefit auditory learners, and interactive apps and games can engage kinesthetic learners who learn best through hands-on activities. Also, using smartphones in schools can improve safety and communication. According to National Center for Education Statistics, 95% of parents feel secure knowing their children can reach them in case of emergency. Allowing smartphones in schools allows students to contact parents, teachers, or emergency services instantly. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Well done. Brilliant all round. Shoyinka Ayomikun, 15-year-old SS2 student of Pacific Comprehensive College, thus ending the rebuttal rounds. We'll take another break. When we come back, only the closest left now.
Yes.
We can't wait.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Tollywood College is a modern co-educational day school poised to provide a perfect learning environment for students between the ages of 10 and 16. We are dedicated to innovation and excellence in teaching and learning. An experience like no other at Tollywood College, where potentials are unlocked and given premium value. For inquiries, kindly contact us at the email address info@tollywoodcollege.com or go to the website at www.tollywoodcollege.com. You could also go to the physical address to see things for yourself at kilometer 43 Lekki Egbe Expressway by Canaan Land Estate, Shongo Tedo, Aja, Lagos. Rest assured, we will be waiting.
The Tournament of Champions. It's I Beg to Differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. We're ready for the closing arguments, and into those arguments we now go, Maryann.
Yes, of course. Ladies, you have 3 minutes each for this round. So we're going to switch places again, back to the motion supporter. So Ayomikun, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Special thanks to our sponsors, Obi-Weezy, Tollywood College, and of course, Chrisland Schools.
Yes.
We appreciate you big time. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, Nigeria Info. Look out for the adorable faces of Ayomikun and Oyindamola.
Your 3 minutes starts now.
I'm here again this time to conclude my argument that students should be allowed to use smartphones in school. Look at it this way. With everything that is good, smartphones inclusive, there's always the inevitability of abuse. I believe you arrived from the US early enough to witness the abuse of certain medications. A popular one being the cough syrup, which you might want to mention. This cough syrup and other legit medications are being abused by perverts today. Ladies and gentlemen, honorary judges and my fellow debater, as I conclude this debate, I would like to share 2 stories. Abigail is a high school student who struggled to keep up with her schoolwork due to a learning disability, that is dyslexia. When the school management noticed this, they told Abigail to bring her smartphone. With the help of her smartphone, she was able to access specialized apps that helped her in note-taking, time management, and organization. Her grades increased significantly, and she gained confidence in her abilities. In 2024, in Ondo State, a boy named Olowood David scored 367 in his JAMB. In his testimony, he mentioned that he was able to attain that high score because of the integration of smartphones in his school. As we argue today, there are valid concerns about distractions and cheating. However, we've also seen that smartphones can be powerful tools for learning, accessibility, and student engagement. So what's the solution? Rather than disallow the use of smartphones in schools outright, I propose a balanced approach. Schools can establish tech-free times and zones while also incorporating the use of smartphones into curriculums in meaningful ways. This may include using educational apps, conducting research projects, and even developing digital skills. In a world where technology is integral to every profession, allowing the use of smartphones in school helps students develop digital literacy and technical skills. The World Economics Forum estimates that 65% of children entering primary school will work in jobs that don't yet exist, which will require mostly advanced digital skills. Also, smartphones provide access to mental health apps like Calm, Headspace, among others. According to American Psychological Association, 81% of teens say mental health apps have helped them manage stress and anxiety. A 2022 study of the University of California reports that students who use smartphones for social connections experience a high percent of happiness. By embracing the use of smartphones in a structured and responsible manner, we can unlock their potential to enhance learning, teaching, and student success. Let's give students like Abigail the tools they need to thrive. Let's harness the power of smartphones to create a more inclusive, efficient, and engaging learning environment. Conclusively, the benefits of using smartphones in schools far outweigh the drawbacks. Let's acknowledge the impact, importance, evidence, and make an informed decision. Students should be allowed to use smartphones in school, and it's our responsibility to ensure they do so responsibly. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Okay.
Brilliant closing.
In the words of a famous American rapper, it's getting hot in here.
It sure is. And the heat is about to go up a few Fahrenheit. All right, time for the closing argument of her opponent. You just had Shoyinka Ayomikun of Pacific Comprehensive College, 15-year-old youngling, SS2 student of that school.
All right.
Opponent is 14. She's from Tollywood College. Akinsulie, Oyindamola. It's her turn now.
Are you ready? Your 3 minutes starts now.
Covenant University in Nigeria does not allow students to bring personal cell phones on campus. This policy was put in place to reduce distractions and help students focus on their education. This was a school founded in 2002. A little above 10 years of takeout, it was ranked the 7th best university in Nigeria. Today, according to the African University Rankings, it is the best university in Nigeria, ranked 3rd out of about 1,522 universities in Africa and 73rd out of 18,642 universities in the world. One of the major reasons for this success trajectory could be hinged on the full maximization of a student's potentials based on the non-distractive learning environment achieved by the no smartphones in school policy. While smartphones are ubiquitous and powerful tools, their use in schools presents significant challenges that can hinder the educational process. Numerous studies highlight that smartphones can significantly distract students from their studies. Research conducted by London School of Economics found that banning smartphones in schools led to improved academic performance, particularly among those who struggled academically. The constant notifications, social media temptations, and gaming distractions can divert attention away from lessons, hindering information retention and missing out on valuable learning opportunities and classroom engagements. Smartphones can impede the development of essential social skills among students. Face-to-face interactions foster important interpersonal skills that are crucial for personal and professional success. The potential for cyberbullying is another concern associated with smartphone usage in schools. The anonymity and connectivity that smartphones provide can facilitate harmful behavior among students. As schools grapple with fostering a safe learning environment, the risks associated with mental health crises and cyberbullying cannot be ignored, compelling schools to consider policies that limit smartphone access. Not all students have equal access to smartphones or data plans, leading to an exacerbation of inequalities among peers, leaving some students at a disadvantage when assignments require online resources or collaboration via apps. Smartphones can pose serious threats to academic integrity of schools. Smartphones can easily enable cheating or plagiarism, which undermines the educational goals of schools. Implementing effective measures to combat these issues becomes complex when students have unrestricted access to their devices. This environment can foster dishonest behavior that not only impacts the individual students, but also compromises the integrity of academic standards within the institution. A study in the journal Computers and Human Behavior in 2018 found that students who frequently cheated using smartphones had lower retention rates of course materials and poorer overall academic performance. Here's my final thoughts. While smartphones carry undeniable advantages in our daily lives, their presence in school settings raises significant challenges that can detract from the learning experience. By prioritizing focused instruction, fostering social interactions, upholding academic integrity, addressing equity concerns, and safeguarding students' mental health, schools may find that restricting smartphone use can lead to a more conducive and productive learning environment for all students. Here, ultimately, as we navigate the complexity of modern education, it is imperative to consider the long-term implications of smartphone usage and to cultivate a school culture that prioritizes learning and interpersonal connection over digital distraction. My opponents, I've sprayed the fragrance of wisdom. It is beckoning you to return to the garden of knowledge that smartphone usage in schools is nothing but a disaster. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a debate! At long
it feels
last.
like the finals to me, Femi.
Yes, this is where you crack your knuckles. Brilliant, young girls, both of you. Akinsulie Oyindamola of Tollywood College, the 14-year-old, just landed. And before her, Shoyinka Ayomikun, 15-year-old student of Pacific Comprehensive College, both of them in year 11 of their schools, or SS2, as it's still being called in this part of the world. Brilliant debate.
Superb.
Brilliant debate. Proud of both of you.
I could peep Yvonne's smile. She was just like,
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad that we'll have to bid bye-bye
to one person.
Today.
I do not want to be a judge today.
Felt like the final. Felt like the final.
Yes, it did.
Judges, sorry, huh? I have the best job in the world. I don't have to worry one bit.
I know, right?
Yeah. Even then, I know. However the decision goes, my heart will break.
Yeah.
So, Lagos. Let's start with time is not our friend. We'll just spare like 2 minutes to quickly go into diction considerations. Yvonne, if you're ready for us.
She's saying, help me, Lord.
Lord have mercy.
And sprinkle a little Cristiano Ronaldo.
Lord. Well done, both of you, Akinsulie and Oyindamola and Ayomikun. Well done. Oh, my days. Whew. Okay. In 1 minute, I'm going to speak to Shoyinka Ayomikun. You are eloquent. Girl, please, come on now. Don't Don't worry. Don't let your heart fail you. Let not your heart fail you, okay? This is for your good. It is important, not important, okay? Important. The stress on the last syllable is weak, so it's important, okay? You also say it is the one size fits all, not just one size. You meant to say the one size fits all traditional approach. You only said the one size traditional approach. Okay? So it's the one size fits all. That's how the saying goes. The one size fits all. It is above, not above. Okay? Above, not above. There's a difference between use and use. Use is the verb, use is the noun. Okay? You also say education, and you make mention of. Okay, to make mention of, not make mention that. You make mention of, or you mention something. You mentioned that so and so is so and so, as opposed to make mention that. Okay, you can make mention of or mention that. Does that make sense? You make mention of or you mention that. It is plagiarism, not plagiarism. It's plagiarism. It's plagiarism. And she told me to go easy on her. I am going easy on you, but you need this, okay? You need this. And there's a difference between access and assess, okay? ACCESS is access. You have to pronounce it, okay? Access. It is different from assess, okay? When you access something, you are able to, you're granted passage of some sort to see it, okay? When you assess something, you evaluate it, okay? You evaluate it. It is also success, not success, success, okay? So access versus assess, success. All right, Femi, I'm going to stop here for want of time. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, which will now take us straight into the decision of the judges. In this debate, the judges determined that the two contestants performed thus. In the presentation round, Judge Yvonne scored it 10-8. Judge Ufoma scored it 10-7. Chief Judge Chike scored it 10-7. Unanimously for Oyindamola. Rebuttal round. Judge Yvonne, Judge Ufoma, and Chief Judge Chike all score it 10-8, each of them, unanimously for Oyindamola. Closing round. Judge Yvonne scores it a tie. Judge Ufoma scores it 10 to 9.5 Oyindamola, and Chief Judge Chike scores it 10 to 9 Oyindamola. Diction scoring has it at 10-8 Oyindamola. For the winner by unanimous decision, 100 to 82.5 Lagos. Please say congratulations to Akinsulie Oyindamola of Tollywood College. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You seem relieved. Were you surprised at the quality of the fights?
Worthy opponent?
She was very worthy. She did so. I have to give it to her. She really put up a fight.
It was a brilliant fight.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Superb.
Fight.
I felt like this was the finals. It felt like the finals to me. Ayomikun, this is the part I hate, but you did superbly well.
Brilliant.
My dear.
You did so
Ayomikun,
well.
I'm proud of you. I don't know how else to say it. I'm super proud of you.
Do not cry, please.
That was a brilliant debate. It had everything. It had fire. It had verve. It had character. It had personality.
Yeah.
It had brilliance. It had
Yes.
guts. You were not intimidated. Your points were brilliant.
Yes.
It's easy to conclude because the result is unanimous that there was such a wild gulf. No. The decisions were made on the margins, just on the margins, slight margins here and there. Even though at the end of the day, the opposition was a mountain too high to subdue, that debate will beat 9 out of any cluster of 10 debaters any day.
Yes, of course.
The work you put in.
Yes.
And you can take pride in that.
Yeah.
Be confident, be brave, and be happy that you
Yeah.
came here and you represented your school
Very well. Very
brilliantly.
well. You came with all the fire, everything. You did really well. You were superb, spectacular. Unfortunately, there has to be a winner, and someone has to go home.
And to everyone from the school head to the proprietors, everybody at Pacific Comprehensive College,
Well done.
you deserve a round of
Yes.
applause
Well done.
for this work. Yes, Ayomikun made us all proud.
Very proud.
That was a performance and a half. Well done, darling. Well
Don't
done.
cry. You did
Okay.
really well.
Take heart.
Don't cry.
I will not ask you to say anything because I don't want you to break down further unless you choose to say.
Do you want a hug? Oh,
Yes.
it will be
So-
my pleasure.
Get up, Maryann. Don't be lazy. All right. Brilliant. Well, I like that. Well done, darling.
Get the picture, Lisa.
Yes. We'll take the picture right now. Ken, please. We need that picture in this studio right now. Congratulations to you,
Thank
again.
Well done.
Oyindamola, and I'm happy. I'm happy. This. Let's
Let's take a quick break.
the most beautiful thing is these two students. I'm looking at them and I'm saying like, they're going to be blessing this stage a few more times, and they're not in their final years yet. And that is a big deal for me. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get set for the 4 p.m. debate. Remember, there are 2 more debates today. Stay with us.
The battle is set.
Baby
The
girl,
arguments
you can
are
come
loaded.
back, okay?
And the
You can
best
come
young
back.
minds are ready to clash this Wednesday in the I Beg to
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.